welcome to Posse Presents. I did it all by myself this week, Zach. I didn't need your help. Yay! I know, you should be proud of me. Last week we had a little malfunction, or I had a little malfunction, or something didn't go right, and the record button wouldn't actually make the DVD record, so Zach had to come and do it for me, and that's always a lot of fun to start a show that way, but we got off to a better start this week. Yay us. Anyway, this is one of those strange weeks where we had a day off in the middle of the week, so it kind of makes it feel like there's 2 Mondays. So I'm still reeling from that. But as I mentioned last week, we were part of the Rutland, Massachusetts 4th of July parade, along with Hudson the Railroad Puppy, Juno's Place, Jameson's Journey, For the Love of Jack. And did I say Sweet Pea Friends of Rutland Animals? I'm very confused already. Anyway, the theme of the parade was All You Can Imagine, and the theme of our float was Red, White, and Boo. And we did the group picture beforehand because Lord knows we were going to be way too hot afterwards. So yeah, there's the group picture. And, you know, it was before everything started falling over and people started, you know, melting, and it was pretty crazy. But there we are en route. That's probably one of my favorite pictures from the day. Zach kind of discarded his sheet ghost because it was just too hot for him, and had a grand time sitting on the back of the flatbed throwing stuff off there, the candy, and there were little squeaky balls and stuff. There's me, of course, as Elvira, and there was Hudson's dad, Rich, as Edward Scissorhands, and Deb, Juno's mom, was the ghost face. There we are, Zach's sheet ghost, and Sherry was the zombie nurse, and Jameson's mom was the ghoulish bride, and there we have Michaela. She was whatever she was, and she was a good one. This picture, it kind of creeps me out. It was taken by the actual Rutland, Massachusetts page, Facebook page, and posted on their page. There's me doing my little wave, which has become sort of a staple on the show anyway, and that's kind of how I waved throughout the parade, because trust me in heels on the back of a flatbed with a dress and a wig on, yeah, I wasn't moving much. There is Serena. She had such a cool outfit. She had like a little headdress that she put on before we got started, but her and those wings were just amazing. Loved her clothes, and you know, it all came together really nicely with what she had in mind there. And as just a bonus, we did take the first prize ribbon for the best out-of-town float. And, you know, it's kind of confusing. Sweet Pea Friends of Rutland Animals, and it's the Rutland Parade, and we were out of town because the shelter's actually in Paxton. But blue ribbon is a blue ribbon, and we will take first place. Absolutely we will. And there was a lot of waiting around beforehand, and Zach has this thing about taking pictures and making the same faces as the dogs. Yes, he does. He did it with... He will do it every time. So there's Hudson the Railroad Puppy chilling out in Sherry's car as we were waiting to go on about our way. And it was actually, there's Deb and Hudson's daddy. As we were waiting to go about our way, there's Jameson's mom without her veil. And there is Robert, who is Juno's other bodyguard. Serena and Robert are the bodyguards. He got to ride around on the little motorized scooter thing that Deb has, and I swear he has all the fun. And there again is the float before we got going. And, you know, big thanks to Standard Auto Parts, who provided us the flatbed and the driver. And you know, he was great because Juno, Jake, and Hudson ended up all in the cab. because it was just way, way, way too hot, and we'd been in line and waiting for so long before it got started that it just made it hard on everybody, and nobody wanted the dogs to overheat anymore. Jameson was doing pretty good though, and he stayed out on the float with us and his mom, and they were sitting towards the front there with Sherry, so he had some cover because we made it happen. What do we got next? Huh? Oh, okay, so this is the end of the parade pictures. Run through them again, why not? Okay. I love this sign. This was actually what the whole thing was behind the red, white, and blue. You know, we're not afraid of werewolves or vampires or haunted hotels. We're afraid of what humans do to animals, and you know, that really was the basis for the whole theme. And really, it was such a fun time. There were several video clips that were taken of us along the way. We made the Rutland or the Worcester, whichever news clip. You know, they were interviewing people and showing bits and pieces, and all of a sudden, in the midst of it all, there we go, rolling by. So it was really cool. It's been a lot of years since I was in a parade personally. Last time I was driving a 1946 Chrysler Windsor, and that was fun too. So who knows, maybe there's more parades in our future, we'll see. Gave my best shot at Elvira. The biggest problem with all of it was my face and my body, but oh well. I will, when this is through, take the camera back. But we all had a good time, you know, and that's what matters the most. The first prize was definitely a bonus, and you know, it's incentive to do it again, because again, it was fun, and been a lot of years, and to do stuff like that with good friends who not only mean so much, but who have such purpose and do such good things. It's just really nice. Anyway, we have some adoptables that I will put up tonight. And this was one of those nights where I put out a little request for help, and thank you to everyone who jumped in with their suggestions. And the first up, I've got Cain. And poor Cain has had a couple of stays at the shelter. The last time his people did not reclaim him, which is just so sad. Cain needs a savvy owner. He has some issues with people near his food, but you know, you aren't supposed to mess with an animal when they're eating. Just want to throw that out there. And you know, if that's his only vice, then you roll with it. Not every dog is perfect, and you just kind of have to figure out what their quirks are and roll with them. I don't understand why people always think that animals need to be perfect, because people aren't. So there you have that. Cain is about 8 years old. He's house trained and crate trained. He's people friendly. He would do best with older kids, but he should be the only dog. He has his own Facebook page, A Dog Named Cain, and you can find out more about Cain by calling the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter at 516-785-5220. Once again, that's 516-785-5220. Next up, we have Sterling. And Sterling is an approximately 10-year-old guy who was found in an abandoned house and is now at the Hartford Animal Shelter. He's described as a very sweet old man who is great on a leash and always wagging his tail. If you are interested, do not delay. These dogs in Hartford have expiration dates assigned to them, and so they are all to be considered urgent. Sometimes it's hard to get through, so you know, you really need to get right on the phone if you're interested and keep trying. The number to call is 860-757-4395, Once again, that's 860-757-4395. Next up, we have a dog with only a number, which is 17-362. Now, this dog is at the Waterbury Pound, and you know, he looks worried, as he should. Usually there are 40 dogs there, and with a high intake rate, not all of them make it out by going home. So please, if you are interested in this dog, who again doesn't have a name, they don't give them names anymore. Once upon a time they had names there, now they're just going by numbers. And so his number is 17-362, and I can tell you that means he was the 362nd dog in that fiscal year of 2017. Runs July to July. So, you know, that's quite a lot of dogs. There's quite a lot of turnover, and you know, they have every reason to look afraid because they don't have long there. So if you are interested in this guy, again, no information, unfortunately, please visit the Waterbury Pound at 200 Municipal Road, or you can call 203-574-6909. Then we have another dog from the Waterbury Pound, 17-389, the 389th dog to go through the pound. And I love this dog's face. I just love that pouty little smoochy mouth. And he looks like a big boy. And he also looks a little worried. And again, you can't blame him. If this dog speaks to you, if those soulful eyes make you want to find out more, please visit the Waterbury Pound at 200 Municipal Road, or call 203-574-6909. Once again, that's 203-574-6909. And there's another Waterbury dog, 17-307. She's a beautiful girl. Just look at her eyes. You know, their eyes tell the story. You know, these pictures are really good pictures of these dogs who just are waiting to go home. And once again, if her face is calling to you, 200 Municipal Road or 203-574-6909. There are also, I did see some smaller dogs there when I was looking around tonight. So please, every dog in a municipal shelter, especially the bigger ones like this, they should be considered urgent. So if you're interested, don't delay. You know, you may go down to visit one dog and find that one perhaps doesn't fit your lifestyle, and still end up finding one that does. You know, if you're going to go down to Waterbury, if you're going to go up to Hartford, bring your animals with you if you've got other dogs, and, you know, be prepared to do the dog test, the meet and greet, and, you know, let's get some of these dogs adopted and out of the shelters and into homes, because that's where they belong. Anyway, if you are looking for a puppy, look at these little guys. Monkey's Pack Rescue has 6 puppies right now in this litter. They are possibly Beagle Jack Russell mixes. Absolutely adorable. So they won't be very big necessarily, but just look at how adorable they are. Obviously these are only a couple of the 6 in the litter, and I believe there's a couple of girls and the rest are boys. I don't remember what I saw the mix was, but clearly if you are interested, you can do your own research and reach out to info@monkeyspack.com. Once again, that's info@monkeyspack.com. Next up, we have Annette and Willow, and they are adorable. Annette and Willow are bonded siblings who came from a hoarding situation. They are 10 years old, spayed, up to date on vaccinations, house trained, know basic commands, walk well on a leash, and need to stay together. Annette has Cushing's disease, which is well controlled with meds. They're good with cats, dogs, and kids. And if you are interested in this bonded pair, you can reach out to you can check out their website and look for the application at www.furryfriendsct.org. Once again, that's furryfriendsct.org. Next up, we have Locke. And he is a handsome boy. He is about a year and a half old, and they say he is good with dogs his size. No cats, which sort of makes the dogs his size make sense. Older children. He is house trained. He does not need to be crated. There's a bonus. He walks well on a leash. He knows basic commands. And if you are interested in this very handsome young boy who is probably a clean slate and can be anything you want him to be at this age, you can reach out www.furryfriendsct.org, and if you've got questions you can ask them. If you want an application, you can download it and fill it out and get it in for Locke. Next up is Marty. And Marty just looks like a real cutie. He looks like he just had a real good time with that ball. Marty loves cats. He's good with older kids. Small ones will make him nervous. He used to be good with other dogs, but he was attacked by other dogs before he went into the rescue. So that did change. There may be a time with patience that, he would be able to do okay with other dogs. He seems less afraid now, but of course now is not his time to be with other dogs. So he does have to be an only dog, but hey, he can be with cats, so that's a beautiful bonus right there. He is house and crate trained. He knows many commands. He is a love bug who has had absolutely no interest. And, it's so sad when these dogs don't have interest. I mean, how must it feel for them to be... I mean, they don't know that they're not home, really, but by the same token, it's not their forever family, and they're going to have another big change in their life. And it makes me sad. Anyway, so if you're interested in him, you can email through their website, furryfriendsct.org. Go check them out. Excuse me. And find out more information, put in your application, etc., etc. Next up, we have Anna. And I swear I've had Anna up on the show before, which is really, it's heartbreaking. She's been waiting more than a year for a home. She is well-mannered and mellow at 8 years old. She's a total love who is grateful to have gone finally from boarding to a foster home. And of course, the next stop needs to be a forever home. This will be a very important piece of her transition, being in a foster home to a forever home, because it's much harder for them, to go right from boarding into a home. So now she's getting back into the groove, and good for her. I'm really glad that somebody stepped forward to be able to foster her. But Anna must be the only pet. She's house trained, crate trained, smart, sweet, and friendly. And again, www.furryfriendsct.org for any information that you might need, or to get yourself an application. So you can run through those pictures again. Hello. Yeah, there you go. These are all of the dogs that, oh, there's so many more, but they're all the ones that, and I do have them shared on the Pound Posse Presents Facebook page. If, you know, you're someone who wants to be able to go click on some pictures and, you know, read information for yourself. As many as I could share, I did. And just a little piece of note, there was another dog from the town of Hempstead Animal Shelter named Cain that I had up a couple of weeks ago that was looking for a hospice type of adoption, and fortunately one of the shelter staff took him home. Unfortunately, he has already passed. So you see, sometimes these things, I'll take the camera back, sometimes, you know, these things are long term, and sometimes they're shorter term. And, you know, bless the shelter volunteer who took that particular Cain home, or it would have been really sad to know that, you know, he crossed over from the shelter. So, you know, you could do your little bit of good, you're going to get your bit of heartbreak, but imagine what a difference it made to the dog not to have to die in the shelter. That's all I'm saying. So a couple of events coming up next month that I'll just throw out there for now. For the Love of Jack Comedy Night. And, you know, Sherry always puts on a really great event. I give her a lot of credit. You know, they're well thought out. There's, you know, raffles for miles. There's a lot of fun. There's always really good people. This one is Saturday, August 4th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Torrington Elks Club. It's featuring Dave Riley and AJ Mann. For tickets, you can call 860-689-3632 or 860-605-3422. Once again, that's 860-605-3422 or 860-689-3632. And like I said, Sherry puts on a great event. She does so much for the state's animals. You know, I know obviously her personally, and I know how much heart she puts into it, and she's just great all around. And of course, everything's on a Saturday night, isn't it, Zach? Obviously, because I can't make stuff on Saturday nights. It's like a conspiracy. Anyway, the next event that I would like to bring to your attention is the Bikers Against Animal Cruelty 11th Annual Rally. And we will be tabling. This will be our first event, I guess, of this year, because I don't see anything else happening between now and then, where we will table. And it's going to be held at the North Haven Fairgrounds. There's going to be Rescue K911 handling the adoption portion. And, you know, they're a great organization in and of themselves. They had a nice event last year. Bikers Against Animal Cruelty is going to have vendors, rescues, food, music, and fun. If you would like to find out more, or if you would like an application, if you would like to be a vendor, you can email backevents16@gmail.com. That's BAAC events with an S 16@gmail.com. And last year, I'll take the camera. Last year, the Bikers Against Animal Cruelty Rally was the very first event that I'd ever tabled at. And Zach, we remember it well, don't we? Yes, he says. Unfortunately, it was the start of my year of transportation hell, because on the way there, my Mountaineer kind of blew up on the highway, and it's lucky that it didn't blow up. But hey, we're going to go back for a second round this year, aren't we? Huh? Oh boy, I know. You know, it makes me nervous to even think about trying to do this again, but, you know, by the same token, you know, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was the first time we ever tabled, and it's really a cool thing. I know Desmond's Army is going to be there, and For the Love of Jack is going to be there. Little Oliver is going to be there. I believe Juno and Sweet Pea are going to be there this year. Desmond's Army, did I say Desmond's Army? A whole bunch of us that, you know, were or were not there last year. These events are great opportunities to meet the people that you see on Facebook, that you see in the newspaper. It's a great opportunity for us as, you know, people who are trying to do our thing, to network and everything. So if you can make these events, make them. It's going to be a good time. There's lots of animals, there's lots of people, there's lots of fun. It's actually a good reason for me to come out of my shell and come out of my hibernation, and, you know, it doesn't really kill me that much. But actually, I believe Hudson is going to be there too. I'm trying to think real quick of all the ones I know off the top of my head. But, you know, it's like a gathering of greats every time you go, and there's all these Facebook heroes and real life heroes, and I look forward to it. So if you can make it, do it. It supports a good cause. The next one after that is going to be Bow Wow Bark in the Park, but we'll talk about that at another time. Looking forward to being a judge there again this year, because it'll be the third year in a row, and I'll actually have a table too, and we'll stress about getting to these things as it comes, because it's still in the process of being vehicle hell. But every day is a new day, and it looks like it's about that time, folks. Yes? 20 seconds. What can we do with 20 seconds? We're going to say peace, love, and dogs. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.